So shortly after heading to the O2, I ended up back there very soon, this time to see Wolf Alice, who I saw a few years ago, twice, very near to each other, at the Apollo. Not only could I definitely tell it was something incredibly overwhelming and a massive achievement for them, but it was brilliant to see them being able to pretty much sell out the O2. And I think they did 2 dates. It was a brilliant thing to see, and it was a very unexpected concert. It was brilliant. It almost felt like at times the O2 was too big. And it's not to say that Wolf Alice should be less known. Their music's awesome. Their new album, I definitely felt, is a very different turn for them. There aren't really any screamy, urgent songs on it. I was a bit surprised when I first started listening to it, because quite a bit of it is more stripped back. They always have like 1 or 2 songs that are quite stripped back, like Turn to Dust and Safe from Heartbreak. This one, it seemed like the whole theme of the album, which to me just felt so strange. The way they did the setup, they made it work pretty well. They had sort of a glam rock theme. Of course, first off, there were 2 support acts. There was Bria Salmena, who I thought was pretty good. I only came in about halfway through her set. And then there was a band called Sunflower Beam from New York. Nothing of theirs really gripped me. But it was then after that, before they got on stage, they were all doing all the stage setup, and suddenly all these glittery, glistening streamers appeared. It was almost like glitter glam rock meets Victorian theatre. It fitted the album, I wouldn't say the whole album perfectly, but especially some of the singles, definitely. Like Bloom, Leaning Against a Wall, and Just Two Girls. This setup was made for it, and they had a disco ball. I think it will be a surprise to no one. It started with Thorn. It's definitely not my favourite song on the album, but it's meant to be the first song on that album. It, like, slow, but so cunning. But it is like this perfect balance of kind of self-aware and cunning. But the way the first line of that song, it just made it perfect for starting this concert. And we just had Ellie, the only person lit up, in this starry jumpsuit. I remember I saw on Instagram what she wore the day before. I can't remember exactly what it looked like, but I remember kind of wishing that she wore that instead. But still, she looked amazing in this outfit. And there's one massive difference I've noticed. I remember when I saw them last time, she was all dressed in black. She was just in a jacket, bra and trousers. It was still very much like kind of like big clothing, cover everything up. This time, yeah, it was mostly black, but it was, I guess, a swimming suit with tights. I do not know what you would fucking call it. I guess for lack of a better word, it was so skimpy. It really showed a sense of confidence that I can tell like Ellie has just blossomed into with this album, especially with the song Bloom, which was the second song they sang. And again, I feel like there was no other perfect place in the concert for this song. And it was the perfect opportunity for the set they designed to just explode, and it all started going different colours, mainly purple. I wish it was more colourful. The thing was already silver, but I think went into like reds and purples. Of course, when she sings Bloom, Baby Bloom, I really wish they had a variation of colours to make it seem like flowers were blooming. As whilst I know the song has lots of other layered, slightly darker meanings, I feel like that section in the chorus of Bloom, Baby Bloom, everything should just come alive.
Can you
the later ones from the album. It was White Horses, and I had slept on this. I think I found it so hard to click with the album because it was so different to Visions of a Life or Blue Weekend. I was kind of so shocked that I didn't continue listening to the end, and I'm so annoyed because this song, it's so simple, but it is such a precious song, and I absolutely love the meaning, and I love how in the song they have combined the sense of having that confidence to choose where in the world you fit in, but also recognising some things are just set in stone. Like, the members of Wolf Alice, they are English. Nothing they can do about that. Why not feel content and happy in that, and feel this sense of completion and joy in returning to England, while also, in England or wherever, choosing your own path and finding your own groups to set up your own identity as an individual. It perfectly speaks to how I see my identity. But one thing they didn't realise is the White Horses in the song is meant to be a metaphor for the waves across the channel, carrying them back to England where they realise they just belong. But the White Horse is a symbol of England, and it dates back to Anglo-Saxon times. It is considered the two first Anglo-Saxons to move to Britain. I think it was their parents were horses. White horses, and that's why there was a white horse on the Kentish flag. So, history lesson over. We now do go back in time to their first album, I think. Give me 2 seconds. Nope, I was wrong. Second album, Formidable. Cool. They sang this one last time. It's become a staple. It is quintessentially them. It's screaming. It is great to hear live. Not one of my favourites from Visions of a Life. That has to go to Don't Delete the Kisses. How can you deny it? And also Heavenward. I would love to hear that song. It's so beautiful. But no, we got Formidable Cool, which I am not annoyed about whatsoever. It's a damn good song. That I feel the stage well and truly came into its own. No other song could fit the staging than Just Two Girls. The song is so smooth while still having that rocky interlude before the last chorus that it just fit the glam rock look so perfectly. And it was when they brought out the disco ball. No other perfect opportunity than that little guitar solo. It just all fits so perfectly. And then to follow that, there's one of my favourite song from the new album, Leaning Against a Wall. Perfect displays of affection, but it takes two ways of crowd. I've done so you and watching. That doesn't matter. So innocent. It's so precious. They did cutaways for poignant parts of the song quite a lot, and for Standing Against a Wall. Their disco ball moment was a sort of freeze frame of Ellie with a wind machine just kind of slowly moving as she lit up purple and then disappeared right at the end, and it rounded off the song so perfectly. It really accentuated her starry outfit I was talking about at the beginning. Everything was just starting to come together. We then followed with the song from their third album that they could never miss. It is a very simple pop song, but you can't deny the fact that it's a damn good song. How can I make it How there wasn't a massive, I wouldn't expect a mosh pit, just endless jumping and excitement for the crowd at the end. I felt like the crowd, there was one girl who was super excitable in the crowd, no one else. And I was just feeling like, no, what happened? Like every other song there was a mosh pit last time I went to see them. It was so much fun. And this time, are you not enthralled by seeing with Alice? You booked standing tickets for a reason. Anyway, ran over. We then had a little story from Ellie. Apparently, sometimes when she's bored, she watches a whole season of Come Dine With Me. I just watch ASMR or train videos. I can't be asked to buy streaming services. I just watch the clips of when the drama really hits the fan. I can give a two flying fucks what they're cooking. It probably tastes like shit anyway. But you do you. It very poignantly led into The Sofa. I thought it was quite a sweet song. I don't think it could ever represent me as a person. And I don't have a sofa. I used to. I ripped it out. It used to be here. What Ellie lied on instead was a spinny dance floor hidden from us. You couldn't see it, but right at the back of the big glam rock set, there was a spinny light up floor. It was like pop work. Finally had some crowd come alive a bit with bros. I really thought at that point the whole entire standing area would totally come alive, but it was just me and one girl. It did mean that I suddenly catapulted forward about 4-ish rows. I just felt like something was so missing. Like that song, it is the standout song to their first album and one of their biggest songs ever. It encapsulates them as a band, and people weren't getting so excited. I was like, you're missing the point. And that was when Joel really pointed out how that song was about having close friends, and their band is 15 years of close friendship. And I remember just at the end of the song on the screens, they had a picture of them looking to be from 15 years ago when they first started up. And Joel made a really big point of how none of this would have happened and they wouldn't have finally achieved a point of selling out the O2 if it wasn't for them becoming such good friends and starting a band. It was probably the most special point of the concert for them. Kept the first album energy up with You're a Germ. That's always a brilliant one to just scream along to. angsty one, the stripped back angsty one from their third album, Saved from Heartbreak. Perfect one to bring up, just so you can vent about arseholes. And I very much did. I knew exactly who I was thinking about. Then we went into a couple ones from the album I managed to skip, and why did I? We had Safe in the World. A really sweet, slow, precious song. I've said that about a lot of songs, but it's true. It's true, and you cannot deny that. And then, ooh, Bread, Butter, Tea and Sugar. I know exactly why I love that song. I think I've said this quite a few times before. My favourite arrangement for a song is you've got 5 or 6 set routine blocks of lyrics, but you can't define them as the chorus or verses or a bridge. No, they're just scattered all randomly across the song. And then, oh, there's this instrumental bit. The thing I love about Bread, Butter, Tea and Sugar is it's almost in 2 parts. You've got 4 scattered but uniform sections with all different musical arrangements. And then suddenly you've got this utterly glorious instrumental section, which again, they knew it was spectacular. So of course the winching came back out again. I think it was purple. Ellie looking graceful as ever. Twice as graceful as the freeze frame section when they did Leaning Against a Wall. She looks so perfect. And then it just went into the fade. And that fade, maybe it's a bit too long, but it's meant to be in the song. And the way they staged it so perfect. The sun hits the hourglass floor. And then we got to the angsty peak. Suddenly all these fucking sirens start going off. I legit thought for probably at least 5, maybe 10 seconds, I was thinking they were going to have to evacuate the O2. I was just like, I was enjoying this. What the fuck is going on? Please don't say that someone set the fire alarm. No. Ellie reappeared with a megaphone to Yuck Fu. Literally had the screamo section of the concert now. Yuck Fu, directly followed by Play the Greatest Hits. How could we not all start jumping up and going crazy? Again, it was just me and the other girl, and I think 3 other people. How was everyone bloody vegan and not have that energy? No offense to vegans. It's just the energy of the song. I can say no more. And then resurrecting a gem from their first album. It wouldn't be a Wolf Alice concert if they didn't sing Silk. But they added this weird percussion to it in the beginning, and that's by far my favourite part of the song. And it just had this da 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 in the background. It just didn't fit with how it starts on the album, and it just felt weird. It didn't ruin the song for me, but I felt like they were just trying to add something, and it didn't need to be there. Yeah, I just want to sit there and utterly enjoy how sad that song is. And then to end the bit before the encore, they made it all this super amped up rocky bit for Giant Peach and Smile. I always forget Giant Peach is a song. It's a song I've never fully clicked with, I think because the intro, I just think it's too long. It's like Liability by Lorde. Never clicked with it, but I know it's a good song. I definitely have clicked with this Smile. I love that song. Didn't quite understand the green. It suddenly all became very green, but I can't deny it. It's a damn good song. They go off, they come back on, because we know one song, very in particular, has not been sung, that must be sung. And they repeated the encore from the last time I saw them. It was Last Man on Earth. Of course, you've got to end the concert with Don't Delete the Kisses. No song will ever beat that. It's just such a joy to listen to. What a way to round things off and all hug each other and wish us goodwill and thank us for coming. stage as Bohemian Rhapsody started playing. That was our outro music as we all rushed for the door. Had an outro song for a concert in ages. Like, you gotta have some balls to make it Bohemian Rhapsody. I respect them for that. Overall, I gotta say, I definitely think I preferred the aesthetic from the last time I saw them, because it just felt, I've always considered Wolf Alice quite a dark, stripped back, angsty band, and that felt more in the setting. I think it's just that I found The Clearing as an album such a shock to what I'm used to Wolf Alice being like. And the staging fitted the album perfectly, but the album doesn't fit them in the way I see them. And sometimes bands take a massive change in direction, and they made a damn good album, and it was a damn good concert. It was just quite a shake-up to my system. Anyway, that was me seeing Wolf Alice for the third time. First time in such a massive venue. I have been Jack the Music Lover, and you will see me next year. I'm either gonna review all the new albums that came out from my favourite artists this year, or if I'm too busy, it'll just be next time I'm at a concert. Goodbye!